Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today, as you can see, got Knight Rider behind me. We're going to be doing the next 4 stages of the Fanhome release of Build KITT from Knight Rider. Looks like we're doing a lot of work towards the doors today, and I have got the door that we made in the last pack here. I've also taken out the door switches, which I trying to get one out here. We've got 2 of these, one on a short wire, one on a long wire as well. We're going to need that for these stages as well. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link down in the video description. You can get this all the way from pack 1. But looking forward to building this today. Just to let you know, there's going to be no live stream again tonight. I'm actually in a build drought at the moment. I haven't really got anything to build, so Car Crash Tuesday can't really happen while I haven't got things to build. There will be a Patreon stream tomorrow though, and obviously our regular chat Thursday will be this Thursday at 8 o'clock. But let's get jumping into this, so without further ado, let's get cracking. So as you can see, this is stage 71. Let's have a look through the magazine and see what the magazine entails. Again, I do like how they're taking screenshots from a particular episode. We have got the frame, which I put over the top of the car at the moment, but as you can see, it's not attached. It's just sitting on there just to save up space, to be honest with you. But what we are going to do is take this door switch, put it in an enclosure here, and then that's going to go onto the side of that door frame, and then we're going to be putting the door onto that frame. As you can see there, it looks like we've got some other details for the second door here, and we're going to be putting that together. Now, I am aware that we had the wrong door fabric, as you know, here, and that's left a little tiny gap down this side, because this should be for the other door. And from what I understand, the ones that they sent out was wrong as well, and I understand that the ones they've got for this stage are for the right door. If that, well, we'll see when we get to that. It's all very confusing, but to be honest with you, that gap there, once the door is closed, unless you got your magnifying glass, you're not really going to see it. But I am aware that I think some of the modding community, Mike Lane, I'm looking at you, might be coming up with a mod for the door fixtures there. Now, in stage 70, we had this little bracket here, which we're going to be putting this cable in. Now, this is the B cable. There's 2 of these coming from one cable. We've got a small one and we've got a longer one. It's the small one that we want first, because this is going to be the closest door to where the wires are. And all we're going to do is take this and slide it into there just like that. Now look, I've put it up without the mat. Please don't shout at me. Okay, this is just going to go into this indent here. So as you can see, it's going to go in like this, and it's going to sit into place just like that there. So the switch can operate here like that. I want to hold that in with an AM screw. And of course, there's no AM screws in this stage, so I've had to go through my box of screws and get the AM screw out here. And I will screw this into position just here. Going into metal, so I have put some oil on that and use my bigger screwdriver to make sure I get that all the way in. Now, you don't want to go too hard because you don't want to compress the plastic, but you don't want it to be loose like mine is there. So I'm going to keep screwing this until that's nice and secure in place. Perfect. There you go. Excellent. I've just done a few cameras there. What I've done is I've put the window down on here just to protect it while I put this in. We're now going to be putting the hinges in. That's just going to go into this point here. If I open them out a little bit just to get that into place. They're going to be held in from this side here with some RM screws. I am going to bring my part work upgrade mat up now. Now, of course, the RM screws don't come in this stage, so you have to go through your box of screws and get those as well. Put the door on there. Make sure it's sitting flush. Put the screw in some oil and get these in. So one on that side, that's going to hold that into place. And then one on the bottom as well. And then get these in as tight as we can get them. Get very slow with the screw in here to make sure they're in evenly. And that's the door on. So turn that round. Look, the window's opened itself there. You can see the door's in position and that operates perfectly. I'm just seeing how the switch operates as well. I don't know if I can demonstrate that, but when you close the door, it closes the switch. When you open the door, it opens the switch. Very good. I'll also, when I got the door open, I put that window all the way up now to see how that fits. And that looks good as well. So we can put that now on the floor. Because in this pack, as you can see, we've got the next door. So just like last time, the first thing I do is take this mirror here and I'm going to be pushing that into the surround. This is the wing mirror. You think easy bits like this would be, well, easy. They're not. It's a pain trying to get that lined up because you can't get your fingers around the edge to line up that spindle inside. So you've got to get it right, kind of like first time. There you go. So it fits in just like that. I will get the fingerprints off this. And now you know why my cloths are always so dirty. Okay, just like last time, we're going to be taking the wing mirror and putting it in this way so it goes through the hole and then sits upright. So as you can see, that now sits in the hole just like that there. It's going to be held in with a GM screw that came in this stage. And believe me, I'm not joking with you when I tell you this, that these builds will be a lot easier if you do use that oil. Because it does make the screw go in a lot easier. Get that all the way in. There we go. The wing mirror is on the car. Now, we've got a door handle to put on. That's going to go into the hole there. Can only go in one way because we've got one small peg and one larger one. Just like that. And that's held in with an AP screw. Again, this comes in this stage. Knowing that it's plastic, I'm not putting it in oil. I know that the camera seems washed out on this side camera here. If it wasn't like that, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing with the blacks, unfortunately. And then the last thing to do is put on this latch here, which is the door latch. That's going to go on this way round into that position there, held on with a QM screw. It's another screw that comes in this pack. Line it up. Screw that as tight as you can get it. But not too tight that you break the plastic. And there you go, that's in place. And that is all there is to do in that stage. We may as well just keep the mat up here now because in stage 72, which looks like this, we're going to be continuing on that door now. This is the magazine. And as you can see here, we've got the window winding mechanism. We've done this before. We're going to be putting the hinge in place. So by the end of it, the hinge is on, but we are waiting to put the window mechanism in. Now, if you want to know where these mats come from, they come from Partwork Upgrades. And I have put the link to them in my link tree here. So if you follow my link tree, you'll see all my links on my channel. But Partwork Upgrades is in there. Click on that. You'll be able to get one of these cushions for yourself. They stop things getting marked. Okay, so this is all the parts we've got. I'll put them to one side because what I need is the hinge. That's going to be going into, let me get the position right for you, this way round onto there like that. And then we've got the hinge plate, which is going to go over the top of this. Just like that there. That's going to keep that into place. Make sure that that's fully engaged there. And it's held in with an NM screw. And again, that comes in this stage here. This is a flange screw, but we are going into metal. So I'm going to put that in here. And again, you want this as tight as you can get it. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. And the reason for that is if you don't have it tight, you want this hinge to be really tight. Your doors are just going to be really loose. So have that as tight as you can get it there. The only other thing we've got to do is, do you remember we have this sort of like acrylic material? It's more like a vinyl material. This is just going to go inside the door. Again, we do this because we don't want the window scratching as it goes up and down. So I'm just making sure the top edge is in line with the top edge of the door there. Put another piece in here. So when the window winding mechanism is in place, we won't have to worry about him scratching the windows. Believe it or not, tweezers are your friend there to make sure that's in perfectly. That's in. And that is all there is to do in that stage. And here we we are, stage 73. It does look strange having a grey bed here, I have to say. But you can get these in different colours as well. I sound like a salesman for pontiac upgrades. Honestly, I'm not. It's just that I find this so convenient to have in the workshop. Okay, so this is the stage that we're looking at to see if they've got the right piece here. Let me show you on the close-up. To match the door, who knows? But we're going to be doing the inner door card here. Getting that all sorted out. Putting the mechanism in for the window. And it looks like we are putting the window in and sealing the door up as well. Let's have a look at this pack. Now, the offending bit of whatever this is material is this one here. So this will be going over the top here, and once again it's wrong. I can tell it's wrong straight away. That I'm guessing this one fits the other side, I don't know, but look, when you put that on, you've got a kind of little lip here, and that lip should be round the other side. So what happens is, if I was to put this on now, because I am going to do that, I'm sure this is going to be fixed by a modder, but it is going to leave a gap just there. Now, thank God it is just a sticker, because when I put this on, it will be easy to get off again afterwards. But I want to give you an idea of how this looks. But that was 2 for 2 being the wrong stickers. Because of the way this is cut as well, I don't think we can actually use this one for the other door. But, you know me, I'm going to say the phrase that everyone hates. It is what it is. But as you can see, look, we have got the little lip there is at that side. But when you put this on, look, the lip's at the bottom. There's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. So, get this on. Just like this. Don't want to push it too much like I've done there. Just enough to get that into place on that side. And then you can slowly put these edges down here. So we're in place, but we have got the gap down there. And as you can see, we've got the... It's not very good, I have to say. But you're not going to see it. But I'm sure one of the modding community is going to sort that out. I don't know if Fanhome are going to sort that out, because they must know about the problem, because everybody's got the problem. So it's not just you if you are building this. Okay, the next thing we've got is the shield for the door handle. That's got 2 lugs on the back. It's just going to press into this area here, just like that. Then I'm going to be taking the inner door panel here, which is going to have the door handle. Got sort of like a bridge section that's going to fit into that section there. Oops. And it's also going to fall out of that section there. Best to let gravity sort this out for you, so that you can put this on the door now, like this. So that when you turn it upside down, that door handle's still going to be in position there, as you can see. It's going to be held in on this side with a BP screw. That BP screw goes through this larger hole here. Get that in. Excellent. So looking like that. In this box here, we've got some of the trim. That's just going to follow this guide around here. It will put an edge on that piece that we've just put in as well. And it just clips in. You can hear that clicking actually, to get all the parts in place. So that looks like that. We then got another bit of felt. I'm going to call it felt. It reminds me of felt. Not so much the fuzzy felt we used to have as a kid, but it's still some sort of felt material. This one I can probably do, I was going to say in one go, but then thinking of how thin this is, I'm going to do it the way that I normally do it. So line up one edge first. I haven't taken all of the sheet off the back here. You know what? This reminds me of the material for plasters. And you know what? I'm very well versed with plasters, because if you've watched the channel long enough, I do have an intimate relationship with plasters. I use far too many. Okay, let me get this one in. Again, use my tweezers just to help me line up this last edge here. There you go. That's in. Perfect like that. Why couldn't the top one fit like that? Okay, on top of that, I've got the armrest, which is going into the holes here and here. They're going to be held in once again with BP screws. So one just in this point here, and the other one just in this hole at the top here. There we go. That's the armrest in place. That's what the inner door's looking like. We can now start assembling the winding mechanism. So we need all the parts for the crank here. So just to confirm how this goes, we have this piece looking like that, which goes in there with the smaller cog facing up. Then we'll put this piece in, which goes in this hole here with this tab facing up. And then in the middle, which I've lost the piece, we're going to join all of those together with this piece, which should link both of them. So when I move them, as you can see, they move like this. But I do need to keep these into place, so I'm using DP screws in all of these holes. Remember, you're going into plastic. You want them tight, but not too tight that you can't wind the windows up with them. This is the third one going in. Let's give it a try. Yep, that's tight enough that they're not wobbling, but they are easily to move, as you can see. We'll get the window that was still in here. That's going to be going this way round, just over this section, making sure that the tabs here and here are on these plastic channels. Once again, another DP screw just in the hole there to keep the window in place. Remember, tight enough to allow movement, not so tight that the movement will cause the window to come out. So let's have a look at that. Perfect. You can see how that's going to go up and down there. So I'm going to put this now onto the door. That's going to go this way round. Just going to line it up from this side, let gravity do its work. So it's all in position there. Make sure that that window still works, as you can see. And I've got lots and lots of AM screws here, because we're going to be putting this in with AM screws all the way around the edge. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws to put in. Just checking the window still works. And this is the last screw just going in here. And there we go. That's that door completed. We do have another catch switch here, which is going to be for the switch in the next stage. So can you believe we're actually on the last stage of this pack, stage 74. And we're going to pretty much mirror what we've done earlier. They do want me to take that switch cable out. This time it's the longer one, as I said, that looks like this. We do have some parts that look like part of the bonnet here, the bonnet surround. I don't think we're actually using that in this stage because we're just putting the door into place, as you can see. So I am going to keep all the parts for this in the bag. I will show you what they look like at the end though. Let's put the switch in the housing and put the door on the car. So once again, taking the switch here, this is just going to go in like this here. Bring over the frame. I'll put it on that side. As you can see, this is going to sit in to that position just like that there. Once again, this is held in with an AM screw. Now, rather than open that pack, I still have an AM screw from the first time we did this. So I'll just get that in here. Again, tight, but not too tight that you're breaking the plastic, but that operates no problems at all. And then we're just going to put the door in place. So once again, I'm going to just lower the window a bit, line up the hinge so it's actually on the car like that, turn it over, and I'm going to be securing it in with 2 RM screws. Once again, try and get that as tight as you can. I am just looking how the switch engages. That's what I'm actually looking at here. So it should close and open as the door opens and closes. I shouldn't have any wobble in there, which I haven't. Perfect. And that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. Now, I will put this back on the car and show you what that looks like. I think I am just going to trowel this wire up here, though, so it doesn't get in the way of anything. I'm just going to put that on the floor, and I just want to show you what we do get in this pack. It is the enclosure for the engine bay by the look of it, and I'm guessing that's how we're going to start the next pack here. But let's put that back on the car. Looks like it fits on kind of like that. As a matter of fact, I think we do need to keep this wire out the front. I don't want it getting pinched like this. And the same on this side. Perfect. Make sure the doors close again. Whoops, I'm trying to move the whole thing here. And there you go. It's another pack completed. Been annoyed about the fabric, I have to say, but I guarantee everyone's had exactly the same problem. I would be surprised if you haven't had that problem. If you haven't, please feel free to put it in the comments so other people can see. Not quite sure what the fix from Fanhome is going to be from that, or if the modding community is going to get on the case and sort us out with that. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.